Right, Rita Maureen Collins, this is your life. Okay. Please excuse any small or big inaccuracies. You were born 24th of July 1931, Rita Maureen Richardson, to Nellie and Henry Richardson, the second youngest of 6 surviving children, three sisters and 2 brothers. You were born in St George's Road and then moved to Jessie Terrace until you were around about 10, when you moved to 199 Oxford Road. You left school at 14 and worked at Serple's Biscuit Factory, where you made some of the first of your many friends who remained in contact with you through the passing years. Margaret Whitlock, Roma and Julie. And we managed to contact Margaret. Is she here tonight? Yes. Yes, we've got Margaret, and she's here tonight. In 1950, you married the love of your life and the father of your children, Richard Phillips, known to everyone as Dickie. The start of the marriage was tough, as you lived in just 2 rooms, 199 Oxford Road, but you were very happy. In 1952, you gave birth to your first daughter, Carol. And during this time, you worked at Stone & Cables, where you met and made a lifelong friend, Muriel. She's here with her son Tony and daughter Zena and her partner John and Sarah and her future husband. Your first son Bernard came along in 1956 and your second daughter Yvonne in 1958, and you're still at 199 Oxford Road. You then moved with the family to 43 Lesford Road in Coley, but despite it being a new house, it was damp and not quite right. So you exchanged for a house at 79 Ambrook Road, which was just along the road from your sister Edna and her family. In 1962, you gave birth to Mark, your youngest son, and despite being a very busy mum to 4 children, you carried on working many years as a secretary at Marley Tiles. Yeah. You're a very social person with your front door always open. Your best man Les was a weekly visitor bringing in broken biscuits from Huntley and Palmer's for us kids, and cousin Ken would often pop in to see Dickie. Although you didn't see Dickie's family very often, except for high days and holidays, you knew he was very fond of his nieces and nephews that he grew up with. And tonight we've got Bernard and Jill, and Pat's daughter Jane, and her daughter, and Bob Young as well, over in the corner over there. And as a mum, you always welcomed all of your children's friends into the home. And back in the 60s, there were no computers to keep us occupied, and we'd spend hours hanging about in the streets, and you didn't want us annoying your neighbours. So many an hour would have been spent at your kitchen table. And Carol's lifelong friend from school, Eileen, who used to pick the carrots out of the cakes. She's here today, and her other friend, Myra, and Anita, down here, and Cynthia's all here as well. And you kept in contact with all these people. In 1972, I left my job at Nerd to go and spend time in Jersey, and you took my place for 6 months and went to work with the animals. That's at NIRD. Now, around this time, you befriended my new friend, Daphne, remained close with her and her children. Tonight, Daphne's here with husband Richard, and daughter Kirsty, and Babe. And Steve should be coming. Daphne's other daughter's working, but she sends her good wishes. Also connected to NIRD is my friend Karen, and she is due. She's a bit late, but she is due, and Karen's coming as well. And John Abbey would have loved to have been here, but sadly can't make it. Shortly after this time, you and Dickie separated and you moved to Newbury, where you set up home with Ray Collins and eventually became his wife. There you continued to entertain your family and made wonderful new friends. June and Alf Gumbel and their son Robin are here tonight, over in the corner over there. Right, Carol married Anthony Richard Jones in 1979, known to everyone else as Jonah, but you called him by his middle name, Richard. So, what a lovely son-in-law, taking you to see one of your favourite singers, Andre Bocelli, and I think there's another surprise living this year. And he comes and sees you regularly. Chris, the first of many grandchildren, came along in 1980 and is here with his partner Maria. And they're over there somewhere waving, Mum. And Carly came in 1981 and she's here with Paul. And when Carly was 6 months old, you lost Ray suddenly and you moved in with Carol and Richard. Only 3 weeks after this, Dickie died suddenly as well. This was a very traumatic time, but with the help of family and friends, you pulled through. You moved with Carol and her family from the little house in Whitleywood. and moved to the bungalow in Mortimer. During this time you worked in Aldermaston and you lived in Mortimer for just 1 year, but due to the recession in 1983 we all moved back to 141 Shinfield Road. During this time you discovered you had a third grandchild, Nathan, Mark's son. Nathan's here tonight with his partner Louise down here, and your first great-grandchild, Jordan and Leah and Louis. Are they all here? Yeah, Jordan's here, yeah. Also during this time, your oldest son Bernard married Kim and gave you another grandson, Damien, but unfortunately Damien can't be here tonight. While we were at Shinfield Road, your daughter Yvonne married Alistair, and he's here tonight. There he is, right down the front. Over the next 3 years, you were blessed with another 3 more grandchildren. Mark's son Richard in 1986, who's here with... No, he's not here with... She should be here, but you didn't tell her enough time. And Mark's daughter Lauren in 1988. Where's Lauren? She's in the front here with Carly. And Yvonne's son Luke in the same here, also here. So you've got more here tonight. Mark's new partner Jo is here with her children, Skylar, Bo, and Skylar's daughter Nerea, and Jo's mum Margaret, and Charlie, have I got that right? Sorry if I've got some inaccuracies here. At Shinfield Road, as anywhere else, you made a dear friend from your next door neighbour, Sylvia, and her sister Connie. Unfortunately, we could not find where they lived, so we give you something to spend time with them and to share your birthday. You stayed with Richard and children after his and Carol's divorce and moved to Maidenhead. Over the following few years you moved several times, but finally found yourself back in Exeter Court off of Albert Road, and then on to 65 Albert Road where you're now settled. Here you continue to catch up with old friends and visit lots of the family members. It's you that's taken the role of our grandma, your mum, that lots of us used to visit on a Saturday afternoon, and I know me and the cousins did. Your eldest sister Edna, sadly, is no longer with us, but her son Bonnie and daughter Regina here. Yes, she was coming down. And where's Jean? She's over here. And your brother Eric, sadly, is not with us either, but Sandra and Anne and Eric are all here with their partners, their children and grandchildren. We've got... all in the front here. We've got Sandra's son Wayne and his wife Jane, and great nieces Danielle and Jo, Wayne's son Ashley and partner Katie and Freya, Anne's daughters Kelly with hubby Gary and their children, Ryan and Molly, also Laura with her children Callum and Leighton, and partner Nick and his son Nathan. They go on. It's all your brother Eric's family. So your sister Joyce in New Zealand, they didn't come, I'm afraid. They've sent their good wishes and wish that they could have been here to celebrate your special birthday. Your other brother Gordon left Reading to marry his sweetheart Janet in Galashiels. Janet is unable to travel but sends much love, but we do have Margaret, Gordon and Janice. You've only got one sister remaining, which is Lily, the youngest. It's Auntie Lily. She's here tonight with a daughter Elaine and her grandchildren, Shide and partner Donna and their children, who are your great nephew Aidan and great niece Ella. And our claim to fame in the family, Elaine's other son Shazad, the geek on the computer in Spooks. He's also here. Sorry, Shazad. We'll kill you later. It's only your brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews that you have kept in touch with. You've kept in touch with... Sorry, hang on. It's only your brothers and You've kept in touch with your cousins and their children. And from the Fisher family, we've got Jenny, Barbara and Dawn. Who's your remember them? You keep in touch with all your ex-son-in-laws. We've already mentioned Richard, Carol's ex-husband. John couldn't be here, but we know we've got a lovely long letter and good wishes from him, and we've mentioned Alistair that's here to celebrate with you tonight. I know there are a couple of people that we missed because we couldn't find their contact details, but we have got 97 of your friends and family here tonight. Mum, you're very special. You're very special and much loved by all of those, and it's amazing you managed to keep in contact with so many people. All of your children here tonight, nearly all of your grandchildren, and I know they all love you in their own very special way. And I hope I speak for everybody when I say we hope you have tonight the time of your life. Let your hair down and have an evening that you'll never forget.
Well done. Right, I'm going to fill you in on a few facts here.
Oh no.
Because my mum used to beat me. My brother will tell you the same, that's what we got grey hair. So seriously, it's lovely to see all the family here tonight. 8 years is a long time for a lovely lady. And it's easy for me to say that as her son, but I know for a fact, and I said it when she was 70, when people turn up in big hordes, it means that the person's very, very special. And she is special. This week's been quite hard to keep things away from her. A couple of people sort of said a few things, but we managed to keep her dead quiet, which is the most important thing. What we're going to do this evening is, Yvonne's going to spend 25 minutes singing, so if you want to leave it out for the flag. Now what we're going to do this evening, we've got Barry doing our music for us, who's a professional musician. I'm going to do some songs and stuff a little bit later on. What we'd like you to do now, instead of Mum coming round, because she is 80, we took her sticks off, and she has to be back in the hall where she's just been picked up from back 11. But just a minute, because she's dead. Yeah, we'll do that. I want to say thanks and put my hands together with my sister, because she put that together and it took her 14 weeks to do that, so it's really good. My speech actually, believe it or not, my speeches took about 3 minutes to get together, so it's not too bad at all. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put some music on. We'd like you to get up, come round, say hello to Mum, and then let Mum have the evening. Because we've only got a short time, we've got 4 or 5 hours here together, so we'd like to do that. So big hand for Mum then.